Let's be honest, you're probably not that good at controlling your emotions while trading, are you? It's okay. Everybody struggles with it, especially in markets like the ones we're having. These ones are rough. Got me feeling like I popped a molly. I'm sweating. Woo! But today I'm gonna give you someone to blame for that lack of emotional control. And we all love someone to blame, right? It's these guys, your distant ancestors. Ugg and Grog and whatever sounds they used as names back then. Gabe. Probably. Yeah, there's probably a Gabe. So in this video, me, AK from Fallible, I'm gonna tell you why it's their fault that you have all these emotions. And in the process of explaining it, I'm gonna help you overcome them. Okay, so humans have evolved over millions of years, but for a majority of that time, we were just roaming around the plains as hunters and gatherers. So the men, the strong, fast, and stupid men would go out hunting, where most of them would die. And the women, who were much smarter than men, they decided to stay back and gather. They knew hunting was no walk in the park, so they picked berries because berries don't bite. Now I think if I existed back then, you know, I'd go by the name Ak, and I would have been a more progressive male. I would have stayed back and picked berries too, just focused on my jam making. Would have been a nice, quaint life. But anyway, it was only 10,000 years ago that the agricultural revolution happened, where all of us got really heavy into farming. And after that happened, everything changed because we had so much food that we could settle down, start producing technology, get fat. And that's basically when we stopped being hunters and gatherers and instead started having huge populations in just one area. And yeah, 10,000 years sounds like a lot of years, but if you think about it in the grand scale of human existence, it's just a small blip. So really, most of our evolution was geared towards surviving that rough and dangerous hunter-gatherer life. So that means our brains and our emotions and our psychology, it's all developed for that type of lifestyle, not the lifestyle that we have now after the agricultural revolution. A lot of the emotions that we had back then that used to really help us out, they might not be as useful today, and I'll show you an example. So imagine back in the day, a tribal man named Ugg, he's coming back from a hunt when all of a sudden he sees a mountain lion. And immediately his fight or flight response is triggered. So he's gonna get a flood of emotions like anxiety, aggression. And on top of that, he's gonna get a hormone shot of testosterone, adrenaline, cortisol, all those things. And this whole physiological response was really useful back then because it made Ugg stronger and more capable of surviving this terrifying lion. And all these things also helped him make a split-second decision, which is key when you're dealing with lions. Because lions are really some of the most impatient creatures. Honestly, you take too long and they start heckling you, and it sucks. But now think about that same old bodily response, except in today's age, especially in the stock market. Like when your life savings, aka your entire well-being, is getting thrown around in the market each day with huge up and down swings, threatening to send you to the poorhouse. And the poorhouse is a house where all poor people congregate. It's not nice to be there. But in those situations, the market kind of becomes like the lion, and you get that same fight or flight response that has you looking like Arnold over here. You end up wanting to make that split-second decision based off fear, which we all know is terrible in the markets, because in the market, it pays to be calm and make rational decisions. Now, on top of these emotional responses, because of Ugg and Grog, we also have a strong desire to fit in. Again, back in the day, our hunter-gatherer ancestors used to move in small packs, and the only way to survive back then was to be a part of one of those packs. If no one in that tribe liked you, they would kick you out. And then what would happen? You would die. Because you can't survive on your own. You don't have enough protection against lions or enough people to pick berries for you. It wouldn't work out. So the people who survived those times were the ones who conformed to the group the most, who were the most well-liked. They didn't cause any problems, they didn't go against anyone, and those are the guys who survived and reproduced, passing on that fitting in gene. And now today, that's why we all feel the need to fit into whatever group is around us. Going against the group, or what society says, is really hard. Feels terrible. And this makes the whole thinking for yourself concept in markets really tough to accomplish because you just want to go with the herd the whole time. And this is also a big reason why we feel so much FOMO in the market. Like when everyone's inside of this trend and the hottest stock and we're not in it, we feel a strong compulsion to go join them. Because again, we want to be with the herd. I struggle with this all the time. So to help me out with it, I put together a checklist that has 3 quick actionable steps that I could take each time I'm feeling FOMO so that it doesn't take over my trading. And it's actually a free free guide that I made to share with you guys too. So if you want to see that, just click the link in the description or the comments and it'll take you to a page where you could put in your email so I know where to send the guide to. But anyway, through these examples, it's pretty clear to see how our evolutionary biology shaped our psychology today. And in future videos, I'm going to show you how to manage these emotions that flare up so you don't screw over your trading. If you're interested in seeing those, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that bell so you get an email every time a new video comes out. So subscribe, and in the meantime, stay fallible out there. Bye.